Hi everyone! Today I'm taking you along to show you how I taught my two horses to do liberty work together at the same time and what that process looked like for us. As I've shared in my earlier videos, I usually start my training sessions with liberty work. Until now, I always did this with one horse at a time. It helps them to learn to focus and to strengthen our connection. These sessions typically include a few basic exercises like walking, backing up, and making turns. Sometimes I also add some cones to deepen their cooperation, and both horses need to be able to work on both my left and right side. They both already understood these basics, which was very important as a foundation before trying it with both of them together. Then one evening I decided to give it a try with both horses at the same time. This turned out to be quite a challenge, mostly for me actually. And instead of focusing on one horse, I suddenly had to divide my attention between two. One of the first challenges I ran into was that I needed to see what was happening on both sides, while I can only look at one direction at the same time. So before I knew it, things were going well on the left side, but Gina on the right side had already drifted off. What helped me was first reflecting on what was happening inside myself. I find this extremely important because horses mirror us and gives us a lot of information about what we can do differently. I also think this is something we should talk more about in the horse world because it gives us so many valuable insights. Anyways, back to what was happening inside myself. I had a lot of thoughts, I became more tense, and my heart rate went up. And horses pick up on this easily, and I noticed they became more restless or created more distance. So simply being aware of this and working on my leadership skills by staying calm, keeping the connection with both horses helped me improve even when things didn't go perfectly at first. Meanwhile, I continued rewarding their positive behavior with the clicker and a treat. And in the beginning, I still had to touch their halters occasionally to guide them back into the right position. As I stayed calmer, maintained the connection with both horses, and kept rewarding what went well, and they started to understand better what I was asking, realizing these were exercises they already knew, just next to each other, things improved bit by bit. We're still fine-tuning though, but I can now say with confidence that they're doing really well. Both horses and I as well are relaxed and we can now focus more on the technical details. Another thing we're still fine-tuning is the difference in their walking speed. The horse on the inside track often walks a bit too fast, so I have to slow her down, while at the same time keeping the horse on the outside active. Balancing this difference in energy and rhythm is still a bit of a challenge and something we're continuing to work on. Another example close to this topic is that you might notice that Gina tends to stand slightly ahead of me when I'm asking her to halt. While I want us to be shoulder to shoulder, I correct her with my voice or by gently tapping her chest with my whip. The whip is simply an extension of my arm and a tool to indicate something. Another example is that Ziva sometimes walks away during our training. I told you guys this before in my other videos. She always returns on her own, but when this happens, I keep working with Gina because she stays motivated in those moments and I want to encourage that behavior from her. And of course, I always reward Ziva when she comes back to join us. I'll show you some clips now to give you an idea of where we are in our process and what we have achieved so far. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Good job. Anna. Good job. Stop. Oh. Thank you all for watching. I hope it was helpful and you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.